And boy, am I glad to introduce again Greg Barone to our viewers. Greg, you have outdone yourself with this new deck. Tell us about what makes this deck different than the standard Phase 12. If you could start at the top, what are all the changes that you've done?
Well, I've talked a number of times about the Phase 12 and some of the options like the variable EQ, scrape, flutter, roller, all of the typical things associated with the top of the line Phase 12. And, to kind of set the stage, people had asked me repeatedly, why do you use this deck? Well, as I've said in the past, I can still buy pieces and parts from Tascam, makes it very easy. It's not a 40 or 50-year-old deck. It was made till like 2002, so the parts are still available. But in the entire time that I've been fooling with this deck, the DC motors always were on my mind. And the fact that all three motors, the two real motors and the capstan motor, run on DC, I had always thought, wouldn't it be fantastic to make a deck that only had DC inside the deck? And to get that started, I made an outboard power supply with two toroidal power transformers in it, and it was the Phase 12 OPS, outboard power supply. One toroidal power transformer runs the motors, the lights, the VUs, all of that, the tape transport. The other one just runs the dual mono head amps in the deck. And so we started some research and development on how we were going to make everything run on DC power. So that process took some time, and that's why there was a Phase 12 OPS. Now there's a Phase 12 OPS DC. We convert the AC from the wall to DC current inside the outboard power supply, and we separate the functions of running the transport, the lights, the VU meters, all of that, and the head amps still. But inside are devices that convert the AC to DC, and in the umbilical we're only sending DC current to the deck. Mm-hmm. That's it. Mm-hmm. So you take out all of the artifacts associated with AC, it's quiet, and that allows what's on the tape to come through. And the journey has been long over the last 9-10 years, however long it's been, but it's amazing to me when I sit down in my listening room with the lights down low, maybe a nice glass of wine. I can't believe the amount of information that's actually on that 1/4-inch tape. It's surprising. And by taking out the problems of AC current, it's allowed all of the other changes that we've done to the deck to come through. The UHA tape head, the UHA head amps, no capacitors in the output, special pieces and parts. Everything in this deck is designed to do one thing, and that is play back the new generation master tape copies that are available now through so many different sources. And this isn't a studio deck, never was designed to be a studio, jack of all trades in the studio deck running 3 3/4, 7.5, 15-inch per second, 30-inch per second, IEC, NAB. It wasn't designed to do all of that. It's designed to fit comfortably in your home, look nice in your system with a decent paint job, and to retrieve as much as possible off of that 1/4-inch tape. That's what it's designed to do.
Well, I have a unit of lesser statute, and it is my #1 source component. And when I first heard the deck several years ago and shot a review of the deck, I declared it the best source component in the world, and I still do. So congratulations for coming out and raising the bar even higher today.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you very much, Greg.